Peter, the horse is here. Whoever you are, thank you. Hello. Hi. How are you? So today we're going to be talking about the Fire Horse year. But also, I don't know what I'm doing. So that's just we're going to start with that context. The category is unaware. The category is unsure, uncertain, and uneducated. Now, I was supposed to do some research prior to this. I have done some, but I was supposed to do like a lot more because I wanted to sound a little bit more informed and like, yeah, I know what's going on. I didn't do any of that. Welcome to the year of the Fire Horse. Welcome to the Red Couch. And I am happy that you're here. For those who don't know me, my name is Saint the Fifth. That is Saint the Fifth, like the Roman numeral 5, but in V. I am an artist, singer, producer, actor, you know, all the things. So come closer, please. Come closer. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about the Fire Horse year. So get cozy, glass of water, some tea, and join me on the Red Couch. Let's gab about what to expect for the year ahead, from my perspective. Okay, so what is the Fire Horse year? From what I've gathered, what I assume is the Chinese zodiac. We just walked out of the year of the snake, which was all about shedding and a little bit more colder, possibly. And we're getting into a year that's more heated, has a lot more momentum built behind it, has a lot more fire behind it. So it's not necessarily about good things coming. It seems that it's more about momentum. This is when whatever is happening in your life, whether good or bad, starts to kind of take a much more actionable pace. Or you're in the middle of some career prospects or life changes, those things might pick up pace. Now, to give you an idea of timing, the Fire Horse year, or the Lunar New Year, kind of falls within sort of a February to February stand. At least that's what I've come to understand. As I could be wrong. In sort of spiritual circles, the sort of year doesn't really begin until Aries season, which happens somewhere around end of March, which also coincides with a lot of like pagan celebrations that connect to the spring finally coming. When it comes to the new year, we kind of fall weeks, maybe even months after January 1st, where we're in this like mid-February or late March actual beginning of an actual new cycle. I've been kind of operating in that sort of space for a while now. So with that in mind, that was a lot. With that in mind, this is around a time where speed and momentum starts to build. I'm sort of taking this Fire Horse here as a cue to kind of really focus on things that I feel like I would like momentum in this next year to come. And that doesn't mean that you have to take on the characteristics of someone else. You know, this might just be an opportunity to add more gas to whatever they've been doing. I like to think of fire as a transformative material. It burns, it destroys, but it also gives life. If there's anything that you can do this year with the Fire Horse, is like, let's alchemize, let's change, let's transform something that you've been looking to. You're gonna have the momentum behind you. You're gonna have the transits behind you. You're gonna have the year behind you. This is the perfect time. I should really do these with water. I'm already there are some things that I've used in my life that I feel like could help here. If you don't know where to start, if you don't know where to begin, let's maybe focus on one prioritized thing that is like, this is something I would like to sort of go from one state to the other, like sort of like the main alchemy. What's the main event? I think focusing on a main event or a main transformation, whatever that is in your life, it does not have to be like specific to, you know, what everyone else is doing, like, oh, gym or health, or it doesn't have to be any of that. Like, it can literally just be, I want to see this go from this to this. That's the main event. That's the main change here. Let's focus on that change. What is that change? How can I identify that? What do you feel like you're drawn to the most right now? There's a lot of cool things you can do that for long term. And maybe we can start using this year to start building those things. But I would focus on like, what is that main transformation first? Maybe even that one thing that when this happens, it will like add more to everything else that might seem more long term. So kind of maybe focusing more on like, what is that short term change like? What's the one thing that keeps coming back up? What's the one thing that keeps circling you as you work towards your own goals and your own interests, and maybe even you might vision board a bit? What's that one thing that keeps popping back up that you're like, I just want that transformation. I want to see that in this reality. I want to make that. I want to create that here. I want to manifest that. And let's make that priority number one. That's going to be your first transformation. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to write down priority number 2 and 3. Now, the reason why I put these two together, they should feel like foundational things. Okay? We're really taking our time to put a lot of energy into this first priority. And now we're going to take 2 and 3 and we're going to use these things as like building blocks. So like this is where a lot of that groundwork can be done. This is where a lot of that like, oh, we're going to start with this idea, or maybe like this skill learning, or this thing that's going to help me understand this better, or maybe even like, this education, or this knowledge-based thing. Maybe it's even a care thing. Maybe it's also like a mental health thing as well. Whatever it is, whatever those foundational steps are, let's use that for 2 and 3. A little bit more in the wheelhouse of, okay, I'm going to also keep this in mind, but it's going to be one of those things where we're going to fit it in as we can. And that's it. Some people have full-time jobs. Some people have kids. Some people have like whole lives that depend on them, and things that just don't move without their presence, which takes a lot of time out of someone's day. I would say give yourself enough of this. Unless you're like completely well off and don't have any responsibilities, then why not add 400 more number one priorities and do everything in your power. One main thing, and then 2 like foundational things is gonna just help navigate, because what you have to navigate here in the year of the fire horse is consistency. And commitment is gonna be what is the momentum here. It's not gonna matter how big you do it the first time or how perfect you do it the first time. This is not about that. This is about consistently staying in it and committing. This is where we start to kind of build those foundational steps towards like things like discipline and things like that. But I feel like discipline it's a good word. It's a good motivational state to be in, and to have. And I think good discipline is good for you. But I think we're committing to this commitment, this sort of devotion of oneself. The reason why the first one needs to be this transformation is because once you see that transformation, you're gonna start to believe more in yourself. You're gonna start to really love the result and be like, oh wow, I can do this. And you're gonna want to do that more, or maybe start transforming other things. You need one solid transformation to start unlocking everything else. For example, for me, my big transformation this year, I want to transform my body. I've been in the midst of that for the last year or two. And I used to have a lot of unhealthy things. And I think when it comes to health, there's a lot of unlearning you have to do with certain habits. Yeah. So my main transformation really just being like getting to a fitter place in my life. My long term is be a full-time music artist and be a full-time singer. That helps me later. That helps me perform. That helps me be amongst people, feel comfortable in my own skin, wear nice clothes, and be up there and perform and have no problem. That's essentially what the fire horse should feel like, or like that's how you should kind of prep. Or if there's any prep you're gonna do for the fire horse, like that's some prep you can do. Just live in it, sit in it, try. Just try. I think like if there's a word for the fire horse year, it's try. some other thoughts. We just got out of Valentine's Day weekend. Valentine's Day should be every day for you. It should be devotional. You should have the same devotion to yourself and to those around you without a holiday. I think love should not just be a transactional thing between you and a person. I think love should be something you feel for yourself as well, and that you celebrating yourself. Definitely goes into the fire horse as well, because like, let's say having a good routine or having something like a good system that you thought out for yourself, and this is the best way you operate, and like you're caring for yourself, is the best way of going about it. Oh, so fun fact also, this is like the first video ever of this like setup of the red couch. This is like the first. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I saw Wuthering Heights. I'm gonna do a bigger breakdown on Wuthering Heights later. Pretty good. I mean, we're here for Charlie. We love Charlie. We just love Charlie's, like, everything she's doing. That's pop culture of the day. TV show though, I've been watching Scandals like for no reason. Like, I've just been watching it. I've never watched it before. So I'm watching Scandal right now. And I kind of hate that I didn't start these videos when I was watching Heated Rivalry. I will talk about Heated Rivalry. Do not worry. We will get to that point. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like one of those shows that you're just like, I just put it on and crazy stuff happens. But yeah, this is it. Thank you so much. Thank you for so much for having a chat with me on the red couch. And advice for the day, I would say celebrate yourself because you deserve it.